Hello everybody, Blue Cube Vacuums here. Today I have a very weird machine that I get asked about a lot in my collection, and if you've actually seen my collection video, you have seen this machine before. This is a Saturnas. It's a Soviet, Eastern European, we'll call it a inspired design of the Hoover Constellation, though this was kind of the 60s space age, so I guess everything kind of looked a little bit weird in this kind of orb shape. You'll maybe remember in that video I said I had never turned this vacuum on before. At the time I didn't have a step-up transformer, so I didn't have any way to power it, being that it is 220 volts. There's somebody in the Discord said it may be 107 volts, but we're pretty sure it's 220. If not, we'll maybe see something fun happen here. But I pulled it out of the basement. We'll see we're partially outside because if this thing spontaneously combusts while I turn it on here today. Well, I'd rather be outside for that to happen. Also, I have a feeling this is probably going to blow a whole bunch of dust everywhere, so I'd rather, again, be outside for that. You'll see there's an on and off button here, though the seller kindly told me that this on and off button is broken and it's stuck in the on position all the time. Below that, there's a blower port, as common for vacuums of this time. You'll notice, this is probably the first thing I should have said, it doesn't float like a Constellation would. It rides around on three wheels here. It's on like this kind of a caddy. Just the three wheels there, though they do have rubber on them, which is nice. Here is your hose. It just unscrews like so, and there's the end of the hose. This is not 34 millimeters, it's not 32 millimeters, it's 30 millimeters. So I don't have anything standard that fits on this. All I have is the hose. I don't have the wands, but it should be pretty easy to adapt something onto this, assuming this does actually work. Again, I have no idea. From what I understand, these vacuums would have originally come with a sort of reusable fabric that just kind of went over here as the only filter. I don't have that. Mine didn't come with that. So what I did basically is I took a Silver King, one of those cellulose papers, and then just put it over the motor unit here and then zip tied it down. And this should hopefully kill the motor, hopefully keep the motor from not killing itself here. Though as you'll see, mine is in an absolute state anyway, so I don't think it should really matter. Let's put this back if possible. There we go. You'll see here there are two little holes. This is where a handle would have gone. You could have picked it up like this. Mine is missing that. Let me see if I can get this over so I can latch it. It's got these two little latches on the side. I've not taken this vacuum apart because I can't. I've tried to get this thing apart multiple times and I just can't do it. The two halves of this sphere seem to be, or at least there's like a shell on the inner side of this half of the sphere to get this to get the motor out, and it's like rusted together. I've tried so many times to get this thing apart. Not that it really matters. There's not a whole lot to these anyway. I'd assume it's just going to be a motor up in there. Let me see. I'll cut the video and then get this back together, and then we'll go ahead and turn it on. So, it is all together. I have it wired to my step-up transformer here. This is probably a good spot for a headphone warning. I assume this thing is going to be pretty loud, so maybe just dial back your headphones a couple notches of volume here. Moment of truth, here we go. Well, that sounds absolutely horrible. That's the worst sounding motor I've ever heard. You see me come over here and see if it was getting any suction. It was barely making any suction. I have that's probably because of this gasket here is just completely disintegrated. It's probably pulling from these holes as well, not that it matters too much. You'll also notice one more thing before I let you go here. You'll notice the nameplate is missing, the Saturnas nameplate. They basically all are, even on the really pristine examples, those are broken. But yeah, this is just a really quick showcase of the Saturnas vacuum. Now we know it does in fact work. Let me know if you want to see me do anything more with this vacuum. Maybe we can try and HEPA flow it or something. Maybe adapt a wand onto it so we can do some stuff with it. But yeah, there's the Saturnas vacuum. It does in fact work, kind of.